guys. So welcome back to episode 3. And our first question is, as millennial mothers, do we juggle too much between work, life and family?
Yeah.
What are we doing right now?
Literally.
Like, in fact, we just, as we all came in earlier, we all had a bit of a rant. Like, you were saying, like, I don't ever get to check my group chats. I don't know what you've been talking about. Because who has time to do that?
Yeah. It's not fair. Sorry, it's literally not. Like, I just always think about the past and I'm just like, they never used to work, the husbands used to work. In that sense, I'm kind of like, I wish that was like that.
You're a kept woman.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling, but no, I do appreciate the fact that, like I said in another episode, I appreciate so much that we're actually able to work. We're actually capable of doing that now. So that's a massive thing. But the pressure of working, family life, being a wife, being, these expectations as well, and etc. It is too much. We have way too much on our plate. It's ridiculous. My mum never had this much stress as I did. 3 kids.
And do you think men feel the same with balancing all 3, or do you think
Men don't
some men. I can't speak for all. I can't speak for all, but some men. So my partner is not the most magnificent man, but he knows balance. We understand each other. So if he knows I need to work this day, he will look after the kids regardless. He will cook, he will put them to bed. But it's just that balance, and his understanding has helped me be able to progress and be like, I can actually start running my own business because I know that he's there to support.
Yeah.
If I didn't have that support system, I don't know where I would be.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, it's just...
It's what you're supposed to do for each other as a partnership anyway.
Exactly.
Support each other in parenting, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and also in your careers. It's not, you're not there to solely support him. He's there to support you too.
Yeah, exactly. I appreciate it so much, but sometimes I take it for granted. But I think he kind of understands as well. So I work from home now, permanently with my employed job, but I also work through my business at home. Everything's done at home. So he sees that happen. He sees when I gave birth to my son last year, I was breastfeeding, I was trying to work, but it's like he knew, okay, I kind of see that something's going on here, I need to step in and help. And then I was just thinking in my head, only recently, it's only taken me, 15 years nearly? But I've always been so grateful to think, I don't know how you would do it, because I've never been in that shoe of being a single mum. So with him not being there, it must be ridiculously crazy.
You don't have a choice.
I get that, but you kind of just get on with it.
I enjoy it. I enjoy being busy. Like we say so many times, I don't have a 9 to 5. I wake up, work, and go to sleep.
Because you work for yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that's a whole different...
But that's the lifestyle I've created for myself because I know what works for me.
Is that easier for you, would you say?
For me, yes.
See, I work 9 to 5 and I'm a single mum and I'm doing it by myself and I juggle. But I feel like I don't have a choice but to juggle, and it's become my normal. If I don't really go out and socialise, if I socialise, it would be with my family or cousins, not like friends, because it's too much effort into organising childcare. And it's just like it's become my normal. And really, if you think about it, I actually don't feel like I have got a life, going out with my friends and stuff like that, because it's just too much effort organising it. So it's just really, this is my norm. I don't feel like it's juggle, it's just
happy, you just get on with it.
Yeah, you just get on with it, yeah.
I guess that's just like maternal instincts though, isn't it? So
I don't think I'm even maternal.
No, I agree, I'm not either.
I'm not even maternal, I thought I was maternal until I had Zaid, and then, no, I'm not maternal at all. He's my buddy.
And I feel like
that's it.
Because when you become a mother, all of a sudden your whole life is supposed to stop, and you have to fit everything you do around your child. Now, how about my child's going to fit into my life? How about that? And that's how I parent. My child fits into my career, into my social life, into doing things that are important to me like this.
I'm exactly the same.
Because if I centre everything I do around her, I'm not going to be happy. And my happiness matters just as much as hers does.
Of course.
So I am juggling a lot, but it makes me happy.
Right.
And there are times when I'm tired, I'm not going to lie, and I do burn myself out. We all do that, and we're all very guilty of that. but I like it. What can I say?
Yeah, I like it.
It's who I am.
I like it.
I don't know how to sit still because I will constantly sit there thinking I could be doing something. This is really unproductive of me.
Yeah, I get
And
that.
I feel like I'm wasting
Yeah, but
time.
don't you think if you had some of that load lifted, then you'd have a bit more time for you, so you wouldn't be juggling so many different things?
And would you even like that?
Of course, I'd like the load to be lifted.
Yeah.
But I choose my career and I choose raising awareness on Instagram for domestic abuse because it makes me happy.
Okay, yeah.
And it keeps me, yes, I'm busy as a result of it, but I'm happy doing it.
Yeah.
So there's a difference if I was doing this 24/7 and I wasn't happy,
Yeah.
then I'd just be miserable and you'd end up with really poor mental health. But I enjoy it. And I think for me, that's why I've had to create this life for me.
Yeah.
That's such a difference. I feel like, you know, but you like being on the go all the time. So I work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and I got Zaid and childcare and all this stuff. You know, and I do like to, you know, take a step back, do nothing on the weekend, literally nothing, pajamas all day, and change into another pair of pajamas at the end of the night. You know, and that's my thing, you know, that's me. You know, I'd
But
rather...
that's why I found lockdown really difficult at the beginning. My mental health was really bad because I wasn't used to being in the house 24/7.
Yeah.
Yes, I was still working, but I felt like, I was like, what is this what people do?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a way where I'm judging other women, other mothers for staying at home or for the choices they make in their lives. But I felt like I was going insane. I was like, no, I cannot have this lifestyle. However, if we fast forward a year now, I've noticed how much of a difference it's made in my relationship with my child, me being more present in the home. I'm still working, I'm still very busy, but I'm physically present.
Yeah.
And I've now, as a result, will be going back to the office one day a week.
Yeah.
Because I've seen how much of a difference it's made in Bella's life and in my life too. I've got to know my child the last year.
Yeah, same. I mean, I really appreciated that lockdown because I finally understood where April was with her education. And that really kind of made me think I was working so hard.
Yeah.
I actually neglected the fact that she wasn't able to read.
Yeah.
And that struck me, and I just thought, okay, there's a lot we need to do. I really appreciated that whole lockdown because it gave me an insight on not just April, mainly April's, but all Lejla as well, how they were in their education, how behind they were. And if I didn't have that break, I wouldn't have known nothing. I probably would have just gone on my working life, just carrying on as normal. Not that I neglected them, but I think it's just because I was juggling so much and I was working
absolutely.
and I had that mindset of work, home, feed kids, bed.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
it.
it's just
You had a newborn.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I gave
you have
birth
to
as well.
You have to.
I had
give
no
yourself
choice but
credit. Exactly.
Yeah.
But you had just had a baby at the time.
Exactly. And for me, it was so lovely. It was like a break that we all needed. I'll probably speak for most families as well during this lockdown.
Yeah.
But it was just, it gave me an insight of how important family time is. Even that half an hour reading a book, even though sometimes I'm like, okay, once upon a time, oh no, that happened, the end. I'm tired. But it's just being able to sit down with her or them and have that time. It really helped. I really appreciated it.
See, I've seen now as well, like we're a year and a half into the lockdown, and I realised how much extra support Bella needed emotionally, dealing with me leaving her father and witnessing domestic violence in our home at such a young age. It's really affected her emotionally. And had I not spent this much time at home and being present in the last year, like you said, it would have snowballed and it would have continued and it would have continued. And eventually, probably me and the teachers would have put it down to just bad behaviour.
Bad behaviour, yes.
But because I've got to know my child
Yeah.
properly the last year, I can see now that this isn't just bad behaviour. This is my child is acting out. She's outwardly acting out her emotions because she doesn't know a healthy way.
processing it.
Yeah.
It's a way of communication.
And as a
isn't it?
result, like the more time I spend with my child, I've put her in therapy now because she needs it. She needs a safe space for herself. I genuinely think if I hadn't spent this much time at home with her, I wouldn't have recognised it.
Right.
Wow. I mean, I think it's fair to say that lockdown has made a lot of people realise, you know, a lot of things
Yes.
about life, family, balance, all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For me, I'm not going to sit here and deny it. I struggle with juggling all of that. I really do. Yeah, I have two. They're a bit older now. But like you said, very similar. I can really relate to what you said because I had a realization. I was taken back by their reading as well and their progression in school. And I thought, oh my, where have I been? Where has time gone,
What have I been doing?
Like 8
Work.
and 9 and she's 10 now, and it's like, you start to really realize, and I wish that, sometimes it could be easier, but obviously this is the thing that we have to do. We want to work, we do, we all do. We want to keep busy, we want to have our careers and, do what we're passionate about. But, like I said before, it all has to come with some sacrifices.
Yeah. For me, I think it's a struggle. And I think before I wouldn't say that because it was like kind of keeping up this kind of strong image. And then I realised like it's overwhelming. It's very overwhelming. And I think like I'm so happy for like my support network being like my mum and my dad. But even when I was in a relationship and I was in it was a 2-parent house, I realised I still was taken on a lot. I was still like, and then at that point, I was homeschooling as well. So I'm working from home. At a point, I was working from home, homeschooling. Wow. And then my daughter, she was like breastfed. So, at first she was young. They came to a point where she was about 2. And I wanted to go out and about more. I wanted a bit more me time. Because, like I said, my whole identity doesn't revolve around just being a mum. Like, that's part of who I am, but I'm also Alvina. Yeah. So, and then I think at first, when I was just having to be mum, because she relied on me a lot, I was breastfeeding. But when it went past that, and it was 2 years old, and I wanted some me time, I think that's when I realised it was a real struggle, and that's even when I was in a relationship. So now, like I said, I don't really feel any different me being single, but I know that I would like a lot more support. And I don't like I said, this kind of struggle and I don't want to wear that. Yeah, I don't want to wear that badge anymore.
It's not good for our mental health as mothers, because we carry that. Oh, if we carry the whole weight of the world on our shoulders, somehow that means we're strong. Why? Who made this rule up? Yeah. Who made this rule up that we have to struggle to be strong?
But that's what we were saying earlier. Like, even if you are with partners, sometimes it feels like you're still doing it on your own. Like,
and it can feel more lonely with when you have a partner. I mean, like when I was with my son's dad, I felt more lonely when he was around than when he actually left. Yeah, when I left him, I felt like, I'm more free. But I was so alone when he was around, and it's just.
Yeah, I mean, when you say about cooking, I was like, your partner cooks.
Yeah. I know. He cooks amazing. That's one thing.
Has he always cooked?
He cooks all the time.
Has he always cooked, or did he learn to cook?
Cooked. He's always cooked from the day he was born, from the first cooking in that womb.
See, I'm working on that. I also think that, obviously, when I'm not, no one is perfect.
Yeah.
But, like, it's all about learning as well.
Exactly.
My husband never cooks. Like, doesn't want to cook, but he's learning to cook,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like cooking. I hate cooking, by the way. And I had to, when I got married, I had to learn from my mum how to cook. Okay. And I was kind of like, not forced, but I thought that was the role that I needed to play. And then now I'm like, actually, no, can you cook? Can you learn how to cook? Because sometimes you just got to say it how it is.
It's helpful.
Got to be real.
It's helpful.
It is tough juggling all of it.
In the house.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, you need to eat, right? You're hungry, no?
Why is that responsibility?
There's a kitchen.
Exactly.
It's all. I've actually learned. Obviously, like I was, married for 10. Obviously, we separated for a bit, but now we're back together. And I've learned, and I've come to a realization that actually, it needs to be equal, right? It really does need to be equal for it to actually work.
Yes.
And it's all about communicating that.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to juggling, did you find it, hard, difficult, working from home in lockdown and being a parent as well? Or was it...
Yes.
That was
so hard, right?
Oh, gosh.
Like, I felt like I was...
I just don't even know
I don't
what to
want to
say about that one.
I felt like... I felt like... I don't want to say use the word neglect because it's...
You wanted to walk out the door?
Yeah, honestly. I wanted to walk was so difficult working from home 9 to 5 and having Zaid, you know, a 3-year-old constantly, and there's only so much iPad he can take. You know what I mean? And I'm in and out of meetings on Zoom and stuff like that. And the frustration when he tries and interrupts, and he's just a child, and you know, and as bad it, you know, when lockdown was over and we were going back into the office, I did celebrate, even though, you know, it's just like, it's easier to juggle when you're detached a little bit, you know, from being a mum and work.
Yes.
Because I found it so difficult in lockdown.
Do you know what? My work now, my employed work, I'm now working permanently from home, because I used to work in an office.
Yeah.
And
what, 5 days?
Yeah,
Oh,
Mondays,
is it
Fridays.
Do you prefer it?
But at the beginning, because obviously Leo's what he's 1 now, so
Yeah.
it was extremely hard when I was in the summer. My business was going really great, and I make handmade products and stuff. So it was so hard trying to breastfeed at the same time. I mean, sleepless nights, stress, grey hairs, random spots coming up and now and then.
Yeah.
But then it kind of, I think I got into a routine of that being my new norm. So when I took on the role, being able to permanently work from home, I mean, we converted the summer house, so it's part play area, part office. So I kind of like, it's just normal now. So it's like, he will be there, and I will just have to get on with it. So in that sense, I feel like being able to have experienced that whole working in lockdown, even though it was hell on earth, it kind of made me a lot more, I don't know, what's the word? It's like,
Adaptive.
you have more patience now.
Does Emmanuel work in an office then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and he works most time at home as well. So it's, if sometimes he's on a call, I will take Leo. If I need to do something, he will take him.
Yeah.
See, that's
So
something I
it's-
would love, because
Yeah.
honestly, when I'm having international client calls and I've got my daughter going, in the background, obviously I'm always constantly having to say, sorry, it's my daughter. And now obviously with lockdown, they're just like, oh no, it's fine.
They're
But
more understanding,
in their
right?
eyes, I don't know if they really mean it's okay. So,
I like to say.
yeah,
So
so
unprofessional.
obviously it's happening regular.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not at nursery yet, so ultimately she's there every day with me, and having these calls and these meetings constantly, and her always interrupting. I don't know if it's her kind of saying to me, oh mummy, like, I want your time, like I don't want to be working, but at the same time I need to get money for you.
Yeah.
I have to pay for childcare.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like I felt more guilty being in Zaid's presence and working than me going to the office and he's like away from me in nursery, for example, you know.
But
Like,
Bella just calls me out now though. Like, she'll be like, if she'll say, mummy, can we have movie night? I'm like, okay, because I'm addicted to just being on my phone constantly 24/7, because I feel like I'm wasting time if I'm not. And I'll pick my phone up to answer DMs and to respond to women that really need help.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, Mum, you said you're going to put your phone away. Put your phone away.
Whoa.
She's 6.
okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so it definitely has this really deep effect on her. She's 6 to be telling
She
your
already
mum,
knows.
She knows.
You're spending more time on
Yeah.
this than you are
Yeah.
on me. That's the same as April and Lejla. It's just sad. But then, because, you know, being on your phone, that is your work.
That's my passion.
It's your work. But the thing is, it's like, I feel now, just over these conversations that we're having, financially, I have to work as the mum. In being millennial mothers, we have to. There's no choice.
There's no choice.
So it just feels like, you know, the whole thing of, you know, being a mother and a millennial mother and being able to juggle everything. We have no choice, but we have to do it.
But then my children's father said that to me the other day, like, well, you don't have no choice. And it's like, well, yes, you do. There is women, if there are 2 parents, where the man might work and the woman might stay at home, and she might be happy to do that. So that's what they've decided. And I feel like it's whatever works for that couple or as the individuals, whatever works for
Financially,
you.
though, I
Because some
think-
people, they do want to, like, stay at home and just raise their children, and that's what they're happy doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's sometimes frowned upon. And then do you know what I mean? What we were saying in the last episode. And then it's like, but then if you're working, some of the questions that people like ask,
Who
or even if you're
looks after your
or even if you're away from your child, like, who's your
who's
children
looking
with?
after- yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I bet my children's father don't get asked that when he's out all the time.
Absolutely. I've got this go-to thing now where I tell people I've sold her. Because it's a silly question. It's a silly question.
Like, why?
It's such a silly question.
But I think we're in these financial times. It's just ridiculous. Everything's so expensive.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, if I had that choice of being able to just stay at home and then my partner works,
Would you?
I was just going to ask you, if you could stay at home and be kept,
No.
would
Kept.
you?
I know, I would.
I
like,
hate that
side hustle.
terminology. Kept.
I know,
I
but you
would.
know that they say, like, if you could be a kept woman,
I know.
would you?
I
I genuinely don't know what my answer would be to that.
I think I would, but I would
yeah.
have, with that money that they give me, I would be doing something on the side. Like, I would have a side hustle, and then I'd be
Yeah,
working on my
side,
business,
yeah.
and my business would be great because all that side would be taken.
that's still
Literally,
you
I'll be
working.
happy.
That's
I
still
know, but I
working.
mean,
Yeah, it's
but I
not.
mean, but your food will be cooked. Like, it's okay. I will take the children to wherever they need to go. I will do all of that, and I think I'll be able to, like,
Be the best you
be
can.
the best I can be. I'll be a better parent. I'll be better in business. I'll be better all round.
I'd be bored because I'd be sitting there like, what do I do now? Like,
Go get your nails done, go
Yeah.
get
How many
pampering,
times
go
a day can you go get your
hairdressing,
nails done?
shopping.
I'll have that
You'll be
as well.
surprised. Me as well.
I can't
is-
remember the last time I had my nails done. It was first day today in about a year, over a year.
Because of
Like,
lockdown.
two-
No joke.
okay, even 2 years. Honestly, like I would rather in my free time, I would rather just sit and do nothing. You know, just to
I do
you know,
hate getting my nails done. It's too long.
No, I love it. I love
reset,
it.
like you know, reset and stuff like that. You know, it just gets too full on with working and Zaid and I don't know.
But that's what our generation has done to us. Like, bit to the point of being able to not be able to sit and just relax.
Yes.
We have to keep doing. That's in our
Yeah.
blood
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
The
it's I don't know. It's
It's
Yeah.
London
Like,
as
just
well. I
overworking.
mean,
Yeah.
it's this side of the world where everything is just so fast paced.
Yeah.
Like, in different countries,
It's a
it's
bit
not
of
like that.
It's a bit of a toxic hustle culture, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
like if you're
Like-
not constantly trying to make money all the time and be financially independent, it's almost like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
We were up
Especially
in
as a
the-
woman our age.
We
Yeah,
were like monks
100%.
up in the mountains. We
Yeah.
don't have to worry about it.
I know.
And is
We'll
that
just
why
be
there's
calm and peaceful and no worries, I just feel like what you were saying, I kind of agree with. If I can just take a chill out, I would.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like that actually during lockdown. I didn't need to work. So I was cool. Obviously, it came to a stage where I did want to just get out and do stuff. But
Yeah.
I really did appreciate time.
Yeah.
Time. Just even, and I felt like, I think that is, it reflects in our behavior and, how we are and our mood and, how we are with our children
Yes.
Yes.
as well. Like, if you're not stressing out, trying to leave the house and trying to like pack things up and
Yeah.
leave and go and come back and worry about the next day and the next day and the next day, it shows in your behavior.
Yeah.
And I do think that people should, take time out for themselves,
Definitely.
100%.
But like Jane was saying, it's like we can't, in the society we're in, it's like we can't afford to. And then the kind of toxic culture of what Lay was saying, it makes it
a whole
difficult because
combination
it's a
of
combination of things, and it makes
Yeah.
it difficult to just.
In an
Chill
ideal
out.
world, I would say. If someone was paying me, okay, I would do it.
Likewise.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. This country doesn't really allow us to do that. I mean, even if you make 100K, you lose 40%.
You know,
Yeah.
this is it. It's true. They don't want you to
Absolutely.
win. They really don't. So,
Yeah.
yeah, on that note, girls, as millennial mothers, do we juggle too much between work, life, and family? Are we answering yes?
Yes.
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 Cool. Right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We have teamed up with Kids Life Clothing, which is a children's online store ages 0 to 16, and you have a chance to win a £50 gift voucher. To enter, please follow the instructions below.